Sonny Donnelly, IFL TV in association with MGM Marbella.
Sonny,
Yeah?
I've got to tell you something.
Go on.
When you film from that angle,
Yeah.
that's how much slimmer do I look now?
A lot slimmer.
Yeah.
You've been hurting me
I've
on
gone down from 24 stone to 19.
You look better.
Thanks,
anyway,
mate. Means a lot.
I'm here at Trinity House for the George Groves versus Andres De Luisa press conference. With me, I've got promoter and Matchroom Sports main man, Eddie Hearn. Ed, exciting press conference today. Not much trash talking going on. Everyone was just getting their point of view across. What did you make of it?
It was good, huge turnout. George Groves is still a big name. You know, obviously been involved in some huge fights. I don't know if you know, but he boxed in front of 80,000 people at Wembley not so long ago.
I never knew.
And it's exciting to see him back. I think the link up with Shane McGuigan is a great one for him. Shane, you know, I think more young blood in the sport the better. Got a great team now, Shane McGuigan, Frampton, Groves, and I'm excited to see what George Groves can bring. I'm excited to see the domestic super middleweight division be what it is, because you know you've got Callum Smith, you've got Martin Murray, you've got James DeGale, you've got George Groves, and that's just, you know, internationally. So I'm excited to see the fight. Some great fights on the bill. Tommy Martin against John Wayne Hibbert is just a pure 50-50 fight. You know, both guys bringing almost 2,000 fans between them. You've got John Ryder against Kamitsky, which is a make or break fight for John Ryder. You know, you've got Adjadu against Ben Hall, you've got Mackenzie against Kelvin Young, you've got O'Hara Davis on the card as well. So, you know, it's exciting times. I'm looking forward to the Copper Box. You know, I've not been there before, and you know, I think it's about time that venue had a major boxing event, and I'm looking forward to bringing the first one there on January the 30th.
Obviously, Frank Warren has had things there before.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, you done me there.
I did, but no one was there.
I'm winding you up. Oh, damn. On Saturday, Luke Campbell suffered his first professional defeat against a tough Mendy. You put in John Ryder in dangerous fight here against Kamitsky, the Brick Basher, as he's known. Are you confident that John can do the job?
I'm confident. I think it's a really tough fight. You know, it's getting a mix. You know, if you put fighters in weaker fights, and they win, then you know they're against the bum and it's a walkover. And if you put them in a fight and they lose, they were stepped up too quickly. So you can't really win either way. You know, if John Ryder wins against Sergio Kamitsky, it's a great move by me. If he loses, people will probably say, why did you put him in that fight off the back of the Blackwell defeat? But I feel like John has to be in that kind of fight, because if he's got a future in the game, then, and if he's got a future with us in the game and Sky Sports in the game, it has to be at a certain level, and he has to be beating Sergio Kamitsky. It's a very, very tough fight. You know, he beat Buglioni, he knocked out Adam Etches, gave Martin Murray some great fights as well. I just think it's the right fight for John Ryder to get his teeth into. You know.
Obviously, on Saturday, Chris Eubank absolutely smashed Michael O'Sullivan to pieces. Yeah. Nick Blackwell has been, well, he's voiced his opinion on social media that yesterday, I think, was purse bids for the British toll. Yeah. Did you go in for that?
Yeah, we went in for it. Warren bid 150, I think we bid 205. I think Hennessy won it with 260, something like that. So it's a fight we're looking at, and you know, people say to me, oh, you know, he must want the fight because you bid. Yeah, it was a fight I definitely like. We've got a plan for Chris Eubank Jr., and that plan involves building him on Sky Sports. As you probably know, with Chris Eubank Senior and Chris Eubank Jr., I don't really have a lot of say in terms of who he fights. So they'll decide whether he takes that fight or not. I know they want to box on Sky Sports. I know they've loved every minute of their 2 fights so far, and they want to keep going on that process and become a pay-per-view fighter. So we've also got the WBA convention this week for Daniel Jacobs. We'll find out more, but it's up to them whether they want to take that fight.
Obviously on Saturday, Anthony Joshua versus Dillian White. Great fight, everyone spoke about it. Dillian has since then had his shoulder operation and whatnot. Have you spoken to Josh since the fight?
Yeah, I spoke to him loads. Had an hour with him on the phone on Sunday night. Just a great experience for him. You know, huge night. You know, from a commercial point of view, the show was 3 times as successful as I thought it was going to be. The card was sensational. The response has been brilliant, and I think what it did for Joshua's progression and learning curve, you know, is priceless. Dillian was fantastic. I think he'll come again in some really big fights. And listen, down the line, there could be another one between him and Joshua. But you know, I was pleased that Joshua answered a lot of questions. Nothing's changed in terms of my feelings that he beats every heavyweight in the world now. but it's just not the right time to put him in those fights yet, because you can do it when he's twice as good as he is now. So he's become already the biggest star in British boxing, you know, and I know a lot of people, you know, watching this will go, what's he talking about? But I see it, you know, I see the gate receipts, I see the box office numbers, and this guy is on another level to anything I've ever seen. And it's a different audience, you know. You were there on Saturday night. It's not, you know, this is a new audience coming to boxing. It's people on a night out. There's so many women there on Saturday night. I didn't know if that was because of Joshua, me, or you, or Cougar. Yeah. Maybe all four.
Exactly.
But you know, it's exciting times for boxing, and he's going to bring a lot of excitement. He's going to bring a new audience to the sport as well. So
obviously, I'm just saying from my perspective, I'm a young geezer, 17 or whatever. My mates don't like boxing, but when Anthony Joshua is fighting, they're buying that fight, they're watching that fight, they want to be there. He is a poster boy.
Yeah, he is. And look, a lot of things we're doing, I mean, even down to, I don't know, Stormzy, you know, it's not everyone's cup of tea. Yeah, but most people did. You know, my old man turned around, he's going, what is this, who is this geezer in the ring? Yeah, I see Charlie Giles from British Boxing Board of Control going, you know, Colin Hart, this is terrible. They're the people I actually want to think is terrible, because they're completely the wrong audience. Completely the wrong audience.
But it just shows what him performing on your show has done, because that song is now 2 in the charts.
That's because the viewing figures were massive. You know, the social media aspect. Social media, I know, you know, look what it's done for IFL, but look what it does for Stormzy, and you know, he could make Christmas #1 off the back of the Joshua performance. You know,
Michael Buffer's a fan.
I know, Michael Buffer loves it. He's getting down. You know?
He's promoing in
International Grime Super Artist Stormzy. But it was just something different, you know, and I think that's what it's all about. It's about entertainment. I don't think there's one person who left the O2 who didn't say, I had an incredible night. And whether people like it or not, it is sexy, cool to go to a Matchroom event. And that's why other events aren't selling, because it's not sexy or cool to go to those events. And you know, there's no comparison. You give me a card that other people are putting on, I'll sell 4 or 5 times the amount of tickets that they are, because
you've got a brand.
You've got something. You have to have a talk after this interview. You know, you're showing a little. But it's true. It is a brand, and you know, the fighters are the stars. But also, people want to come to our events. And of course, we've got the best broadcaster in the world, which makes a massive difference, because the way they cross-promote over different sports and channels is sensational. So
darts tonight.
Exactly, darts. You know, of course, football. But the way they pushed the Joshua fight was second to none, and it paid off, because the card was sensational. It was a wonderful night of boxing.
Well, I know you've got a VIP table at Ali Pally with your name all over it tonight, so I'll let you crack on and get to that. But until then, Eddie Hearn, thank you very much for looking to IFL TV.